What's up? What's up? What's up? Scorpio, this is Queen of L coming to do your January and February 2020 reading for you guys. All right, I'm going to do it for January and February, you guys. I have a lot that I'm trying to get out. I have a lot on my plate, as well as I'm trying to stay consistent with these videos. But also, I want to be consistent with my goals, as well as what I'm trying to put out there in the midst of me going through horrible situations. But you know what I kept hearing before I started this video, I kept hearing, can't nobody stop me now. Or I think it's Can't Nobody Hold Me Down. You know that Puffy song. Well, when he was Puffy. Can't nobody hold me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. It's that energy with you guys. I don't know what's going on, but I know what's going on with me, but I don't know what's going on with you guys. But there's energy that's trying to keep you down, keep you back, keep you stagnant, keep you in the previous decade, and you guys are like, no, I'm pushing forward, I'm doing what I need to do, I'm manifesting. Even if my manifestations are slow, I'm doing it. I'm hearing a rabbit out of the hat. Like you're making magic out of nothing, like, so let's jump in. We're going to do it like we did it the previous months. We're going to do an intuitive forecast first, and then we're going to jump into your love confetti, which I didn't put out, but I don't want to stop the video or anything. It must have not been meant to be put there. But I am getting, like, you guys are repelling negativity in your love life as well. And then we're going to do the charms, which is here. Then we'll do your regular confetti, your astrology dice. Then pick a pal 1, pal 2, or pal 3, or any pal that you're drawn to for your tarot and advice. I only select a few tarot, but I'm focusing more on the oracle and the cards that I made. And we're gonna get these business endeavors popping, not just for me, but for you guys too. Okay, you guys. So before I jump into your intuitive forecast, definitely go click the subscribe button, click that notification bell to get updates, like the video so we can have more views and streams on the video, and let's jump into it. Support you guys. All right, so I definitely feel like some of you are definitely getting away from stagnant situations, especially in love, manifesting or trying to manifest what you desire. You're getting in the habit of speaking things into existence, I'm getting. And staying away from negative verbal manifestations. Like anytime you feel yourself negatively verbalizing something, catch yourself. Like, and I think that's going to help your manifestations come in, because you guys are basically getting into your soul. You're doing things from a soul level. You're focused on your family, you're focused on your children. For those of you who have children, for some you may be wanting to start a family and wanting to have children if you don't have children already. I definitely feel like for some of you, you're starting nonprofits, organizations, lower level organizations that help people, organizations that's in service to people. For some of you, you're getting into things that will help children in their futures. I definitely, and as well as families. I'm getting a strong vibe of helping families. And this is also creating a solid foundation for you in your home. Whatever you're manifesting is creating that solid foundation for you. And that's all that we're trying to get started. No one is going to be able to stop you. And the only thing that can be able to stop you is you. People may put obstacles in front of you, but it's up to you to remove those obstacles. It's up to you to verbalize that you're not going to let that stop you. You're still going to do what you're going to do. So my advice to you is to keep your next move your best move, and keep the things that you're manifesting to yourself. And I know that it's hard sometimes because you get excited, but definitely you don't have to tell everybody everything. Like, you don't have to tell people that you're working out. If you get up in the morning and you start working out, you don't have to verbalize it. People doesn't need to know. You don't have to put it on social media, because sometimes when you have the willpower to do something, and this goes for everything, you guys. When you have a willpower to do something, I definitely feel like people who don't have the willpower try to put obstacles in your way so you don't complete your goals. So, just keep it lighthearted, keep it casual, keep it sweet, keep it sweet and keep it short. I'm getting. Okay? Okay, let me speed this up because I do feel I'm getting preaching, talking and preaching. Okay, I definitely feel like something is moving forward for you guys. You guys are learning a lot about yourself, about how higher institutions work, how the inner workings of certain organizations, governments, law, um, even churches. You're learning how the inner workings of things. Um, you're changing your perspective in the way that you communicate, as well as the way how you put yourself out there, how you communicate with people, how you want them to communicate with you, and limiting the things that you say. I think that some of you are naturally limiting the things that you say, learning to listen more, but you're just really like, and not on no, like some of you don't trust. 'Cause, I mean, that's that Scorpio energy. You have your guard up with some things, but that's a good thing because I think that things that people know that you trust with, they're exploiting. I'm getting. If they feel like they trust you, if they feel like you're very concerned about your children, they'll exploit that. They'll ask you about children, not even your children in particular, but ask you about situations with children or something like that. If they feel like you're very eager to talk about your business, they'll ask you things about your business, but it's not to actually get advice. It's actually to exploit whatever you are saying so they can make you stagnant, which is some very, like, I can't believe people are like bringing that energy into their next decade. But just in case, like, just to repel it and not even think about it, not even dwell on it, not even think about what the next person is trying to push onto into your energy field. You block your energy field. You keep those things to yourself. You don't worry about what they're doing. Don't worry about their karma. Don't worry about what's coming their way. Naturally, that will happen. Focus on you. Okay. I'm definitely getting that you guys are learning how to change your perspective in a destructive situation. And some of you will be seeking legal advice. Okay. And I think that will be definitely something that is going to help you, not just with your personal life, but with your business and with your future. I do feel a longevity here. Okay, you guys, I do feel like for some of you, there is something that's being ignited, okay, with your career, your energy, for some of you, your children, and some with family, okay? Um, for some of you, you are becoming very skilled, and you're getting a lot of ideas on how to deal with a battle that you're going through. Something that it could be an internal battle, and it could be a battle, like an actual battle, like you're fighting something, you're advocating for something, and it may have um I'm hearing when death on. I don't know how to put it, like, like people wasn't listening to you. Your whatever you were fighting for wasn't being listened to. You wasn't being heard by the people that you needed. You may have been heard by other people, but the people that you needed to hear you was not hearing you. Okay, I do feel like you are changing your energy and your perspective around that, and you're learning how to deal with this battle, as well as attract the people that are listening to you. Okay, I definitely feel like you're breaking away from old ways of thinking and changing new perspectives. You're being humbled, and it's not, I don't get an energy of someone humbling you. I get an energy of you're constantly humbling yourself, and it's because of the Capricorn energy, of you having to conform to rules and regulations. Don't know the rules, follow the rules, don't focus on the rules, okay? You have to build yourself up. You have to manifest yourself. You have to, of course, work on the way you communicate, but with the mindset of it's going to help you in your career. It's going to help you deal with other people. It's going to help you with your future mental health, okay? Be mindful of thieves and people that's trying to steal your ideas, but definitely you have a lot of strength mentally. You are projecting a lot of strength onto people. that you are, who sees your story, who is inspiring by your story. They're inspired by your story, or what you're putting out there, because you're able to get through the obstacles that a lot of people wouldn't be able to get through. Okay, I do see that um, for some of you, you are transforming ideas and details, and transforming them to different perspectives. Like something that was right in front of your eyes, you're bringing a fresh perspective that is going to have others have an aha moment. I definitely feel like you guys are exuding a lot of strength. You're exuding a lot of, even if you're not trying to, a lot of sexual energy. And sexual energy is just creativity. So whatever you're doing, you are standing in your power. You're becoming very creative, very sensual, you're exuding, very sexual energy. You're ending things that's not in your greatest good, which is awesome. I'm getting, but definitely I think around the 11th, Uranus, because the 10th is the eclipse. The 10th is going to bring a new cycle into your life naturally, to where whatever you're dealing with, you're still going to be dealing with it. It's just that you have found a way to prioritize it where it's not consuming you. Like you're still going to deal with it and stay on top of it, but you now have a list of things that you're trying to do outside of whatever you're dealing with, to manifest your future, and it's going to work for you. It's going to work for you. I'm definitely getting, like, whatever you're doing, like it's going to work. Like you're on the right path. Now you may, by the mid of the month, you may be um, fighting a couple of different challenges. I do feel like it could be about your beliefs. It could be something that's in regards to um, your what you're putting out there spiritually. Maybe you believe in something, but you added on something. I'm getting a strong sense, like, okay, for instance, like if you're Christian, I get a sense that you guys are adding on other beliefs that you feel like, other people that's not naturally talked about in the religion. And a lot of people, it's going to be some people that may disagree with your ideals and what you think and things like that. But I really feel like stand in your power, stand in your power, stand in your beliefs, and you will come out on top. Explain yourself, but don't over explain yourself. Learn to agree to disagree. Like I believe in what I believe in, but I still believe in this. But I believe in it from this perspective. And it could be in regards to anything, to tell you the truth. It could be in regards to your business, how you do business, what you're putting out there for business. Maybe it's something that's never been done, or something that's frowned upon, or something that is, like you shouldn't be promoting that, or something like that. Like if you feel in your soul that you need to be promoting it, then definitely promote it. Okay, definitely think about it. um okay, so on the 20th of January, I definitely feel like there is some details that may be coming out, something that's leaning more towards justice, something that is possibly creating a tower moment for some, a tower moment for lawyers and higher institutions, like colleges. It could be law, courts, things like that. There's some energy where there's some details, the health, and like not even the health, but the honesty of these organizations, the intentions of these organizations, I'm getting, is definitely being challenged right now. I definitely get an energy of there is something that is very rebellious and in nature, and very something is being ignited. Something is being ignited for justice and balance. Okay, when it comes to previous structures, structures that built this country, structures, and this could be in your energy field or outside of your energy field. It could be something that's dealing with a court situation that you're dealing with in your life. It could be situations with Capricorn people. I mean, Capricorn or Sagittarius people. But definitely I really feel like a higher organizations, the court, the, like, lawyers and things like that is involved in these situations. On the upside, there's a lot of positive energy that you're getting for your new ideas, your new creative ideas, the things that you're putting out there. You're coming off as a wise soul around the 20th, okay? But definitely I do feel like something is being ignited on this day, and it could have been already been ignited, but you're coming off very wise. You're coming off on wise ways of how to deal with health situations and situations with mental health, the way you communicate. So maybe you guys are working on the way you communicate, and you'll be teaching others how to communicate, and others will be teaching you how to communicate. And there's like some teaching, and in the midst of all this teaching, old ways of doing things, old structures of doing things is crumbling, okay? But definitely stay focused. Definitely keep your ideas and everything is transforming before your eyes. The things that you're putting out there is transforming before your eyes. By the new moon in January, definitely and I believe that's the new moon in either Aquarius. It could be the new moon in Aquarius, or I have to check. Sorry, you guys. But the new moon, I believe it's on the 24th. There will be some transformation going on. You will definitely have an idea of what's going to make your life better, what you're advocating for, what you're willing to put yourself out there for, and who are you willing to be in service to. I'm definitely getting that. Definitely ending things, like if you've been there for people that haven't been there for you, you're ending that. And you're choosing who to be there for, and people is choosing if they should be there for you. If they should support you, if they should support the previous structures. But I definitely get a strong tug. I'm getting a tug of war when it comes to previous ways of doing things, and the new ways of doing things, the new innovative ways of doing things, the new innovative attitudes. But whatever you're doing is definitely ruffling a lot of feathers. But stick to your guns, because there's a lot of positivity and there's a lot of things that's ushering towards your career. I do get a lot. I'm getting a lot of money is going to be put out there. But besides money, a lot of service that's going to help other people. For some of you, you will be making a pressure on new organizations. Um, Organizations like nonprofits that want to do business with you, that want to kind of like lock arms with you, and you're promoting their vision, and they're going to promote your vision, or maybe your visions go together and they want to do business with you. This is going to bring you a lot of new friendships, a lot of new people and organizations, a lot of like a lot of new things is going to come to the surface. And it's also going to kind of ignite and go against things that people are saying about you. So if you have people talking crap about you, painting you in a certain picture, by you focusing on the new you and what you're putting out there, and do put yourself out there. Like, even if you're in a situation where you don't want to you have to stay within the rules and you cannot speak about the situation, like if you're tied into a legal contract or something, read the fine prints of the contract. Because just because you can't talk about that particular business situation, that does not mean you cannot promote yourself in other ways. And by you doing this, it kind of conflicts with what people are saying about you. I'm definitely getting like what people are saying about you, what they're projecting out into the world about you, and interestingly, about your mental health. Okay, so if someone's been saying that you're crazy, if they've been saying that you are destructive, and something about your mental health, maybe it's going to conflict it. It's going to definitely conflict it, and it's going to make you victorious. Don't gloat. Do not feel like you're above. Constantly humble yourself in these particular situations. Okay. All right, so let's go do February. Okay, so like by February 2nd, I definitely get some energy of, like, it's like a calm before the storm, but definitely whatever you're doing, you're in service to others. Like, you're helping a lot of people out. A lot, you do get a strong nonprofit feel to things. Get like a strong nonprofit, like you guys are doing nonprofit work or something like that. I definitely feel like for some of you, you're working with children, you're ending old ways of how to approach rebellious situations. And it's something that's not particularly rebellious sometimes. It's something that is, usually not gone, like like people don't go for it, people don't challenge. And the fact that you're challenging ways of thinking, you're getting a lot of attention. The way you're putting yourself out there is actually making you a health guru, a mental health guru. So definitely, if you have been dealing with things that is where people have been trying to make it seem like you're crazy, especially when you're in a spiritual community. Like when you start becoming spiritual and people are not, they will say the craziest things about you. You're a witch, you're this, you're that, you're crazy. Especially when you start at least listening to your intuition, even though they tell you to listen to your intuition. They tell law enforcement, oh, you got to go with that gut feeling. And it's like, what's the gut feeling? Like, what is the gut feeling? Your intuition. But when you do it as a civilian, it's you're crazy, and it's because you're not supported by the higher government. But if you create your own organization, if you create your own perception with you staying within the rules, with you staying, because you still have that Capricorn energy in the chart, with you staying within the rules of things, but still it's a way. And I'm getting a strong, nice, nasty. Don't be super nice, nasty, but know when to be nice, nasty. And it's with people that is challenging you, because it's a way of doing things. It's a way of doing things, and I'm hearing legalities, but definitely, be mindful of that energy. Okay. Okay, I'm going to try to speed this up, even though it's going to be a little longer because I'm doing a forecast for both months. I do definitely get a feel of you guys are challenging people around the 4th. You're challenging um, organizations. You're challenging lower in organizations, governments, courts. If you're dealing with things with children, definitely your perception and what you're doing and how you're putting yourself out there is bringing things to an end. Like, it's actually changing the timeline I'm getting. But you have to definitely stay within your integrity, stay within, for some of you, I do get a sense of some of you is communicating in a legal situation, dealing with some type of legal situation. And it's the way I need to stop saying, I'm going to work on that, in 2020. But dealing with some type of legal situation, you have a lot of blessings coming in your way. There's a need for you, and I feel like this is past energy. I feel like this is past energy from what you were dealing with. I definitely feel like you guys need to focus on you. Focus on you and your children. Don't even focus on your family. When you're dealing with family, like especially if you have someone that you rock with really hard in your family, keep it nice, short, simple, and easy, where it's not like you're being funny. Okay, and you should know how to do that by now. And if you don't know, maybe that's a goal for you in 2020. because of the simple fact you need to learn how to keep your business, your next moves, your best move. If you're telling your next move, it's not your best move. It gives people time to counteract it. Not saying everyone's against you, but you need to protect yourself and your aura, and you need to not self-sabotage. Self-sabotaging is allowing people to have that upper hand on you by you telling your next move, by you giving away too much information, like, so my thing is really like, I need to speed this up, sorry you guys, but my thing is really like, when you're talking about certain situations, just keep, like, keep it on the world, like, talk about what's on TV, talk about what you heard in the news, talk about these things, and you will still have that meaningful conversation, just not about your business, your next move, your best move. And then when they see you, they'll see you, and they're going to see you in their light anyway. It's not you trying to change people's mindsets and change the way they feel about you. You're going to exude strength. You're going to exude, by the eighth, you're definitely exuding strength. You're exuding like you're career focused and career minded. The mindsets that people have around you is not sticking. Matter of fact, there's a lot of energy around where they're being challenged. They're being challenged on the way they're doing things. Especially when it's like when it's in regards to someone being destructive in your life, bringing energy into your life, trying to ruin your life. Like, they're being challenged because you have all these things that you're doing, and it's backing up what you're saying about yourself, because maybe people wasn't listening about what you're saying about yourself, and now you're showing, not speaking, showing, this is what I'm doing. This is the paperwork that I have from doing what I'm doing. These are the letters that I have from doing what I'm doing. This is what I have from doing what I'm doing. I'm not just doing this. And then it's definitely going to challenge other people ways of thinking and how they're feeling about you. I definitely get a feel of you're ruffling a lot of feathers. And Taurus is going to be at 3 degrees, like 30. And I really feel like you're coming off very inspirational. And the fact that we're not in not Taurus, Uranus, sorry you guys, because it's in Taurus. So Uranus is not going to be retrograde anymore. I definitely feel like that is blessing you. If you have been, and oh my God. So Uranus is going to be at 3 degrees Taurus, and Venus is going to be at 1 degrees Aries. Your image, the way you care for yourself, the way you're caring for yourself and your mind, the way you're putting yourself out there. And I'm going to speed this up. Like, I'm really going to speed it up. I'm saying I'm going to speed it up, but it's like, I don't know. I'm getting a strong energy, like a preaching energy. Like, you guys are preaching to people's souls, which you're teaching people. You're going to be some of you are going to be motivational speakers, speaking up, and a lot of people is going to be supporting your organization. If you're creating an organization, a lot of people is going to be supporting that organization. You're helping a lot of people with what you're doing, because by the 13th, definitely you got a lot of support. People is concerned, people want to hear what you have to say, and other people is kind of scared with what you're saying, but that is none of your business. 2020, stop worried about what other people are thinking, because I definitely get a lot of energy of you guys are focused on your family. You're focused on your children. You're focused on what you're putting out there. You're focused on children. Because by the end of the month in February, especially by the 26th, I definitely get a feel of like you guys are, there's a lot of what was projected onto you being challenged. And this could be inside your world. It could be outside of your world. Just watch the people that's around you, and definitely watch what you say. Learn the ways you're communicating, you guys. All right, so let's jump into your love confetti. Sorry that this intuitive forecast was so long. It's just so much information I was getting during the download. So definitely let's hurry up and finish this reading. All right, jumping into your love confetti. Okay, we're going to speed this up. I definitely feel like for someone, you're noticing that a long distance relationship is you want to let it go. You're just not into it anymore. You want something, what you want, you're going for what you want, and it's not supplying what you want, so you're letting it go. It's possibly with an Aries person or a Taurus person, or it just could be something that's also a destructive situation, and it's like distance in between you guys, and you're just trying to let it go. Like maybe you guys are becoming distant. Maybe this person is right by you and you guys are becoming distant, and it's like, or they travel for work or something like that. I definitely get for someone, your ex in these scenarios is not for everybody. Please take what resonate and leave the rest. There's plenty of other divination tools here for you. There's an ex coming back that noticed your growth, okay? And this could be someone that is a Gemini or a Taurus, but this is definitely someone who noticed your growth, the way you communicate, the way you're putting yourself out there, the way you're putting your business out there, the way, for some of you, the way you are speaking, the way you're projecting yourself. Because I do feel a strong energy of you guys putting yourself out there and creating something for the world, for people, for groups of people that is going to benefit you. You're manifesting something, and this person noticed your growth and they're trying to come back. I think you need to just, like, don't deal with the situation the same. If boy bye and doing all that, that's projecting an energy that you're trying to get away. And it's also, you constantly humble yourself, like even speak to them in a way where it's like, and this could be someone from your childhood, someone from your past, someone from previous years, but it's like definitely, you're like, what, like I did, like it's a way you say it, and it's a way that you can be very mature in saying it, and it's gonna hurt this person more, but you have to look forward to the future. Like the pickings is not that slim. You do have for someone, your relationship is shallow and you yearn for something deeper. This could be something that is, a lover that you mess with, or you guys are polar opposites, or this person dresses really nicely, or something like that. Your relationship is shallow. Your communication is shallow. You guys don't talk about the things that you want to talk about. There's a need for you to evaluate if this is what you want. Is it going towards what you want? Not the image, not the image that you're trying to put out there, but is this really what you want? Is that what you want in your future? I definitely feel like for someone, your business, you're mixing business with pleasure. And even if you're not in a relationship right now, between January and February, you may meet someone. Maybe you'll meet someone on your business endeavors where you're putting yourself out there. There's a need for you to create boundaries, okay? You cannot mix business with pleasure, because that can be a very messy situation. You don't need the drama. You don't need to bring it into your new decade, okay? So definitely, and it could be something that's really sexual based. It could be something that you're putting out there. If you're in college, it could be something where you're promoting something in college and you meet someone, or someone that you do business with, or something like that. Something where there's some money exchange, but there's definitely some sex involved. It can become very, very messy, especially if you're dealing with a very, very flirty person, which I really feel like you are. But for the most part, for everyone, things is coming together, and this is a really general. You guys are, again, navigating towards people that supplies you with what you need spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and intellectually, okay? And then this confetti fell out. You're always trying to meet others people's standards, but do they meet yours? But it kind of fell out of the circle. So I really feel like you guys are getting out of the mindset, for those of you who had the mindset of meeting other people's standard that does not meet yours, and that is going to change the game for you. There's nothing wrong with you being alone right now. You need to get your business and what you need to put out there, your nonprofit, your service, whatever you're putting out there, you need to, and you can do multiple things. Don't limit yourself. Don't limit your life. Don't limit the things that you do. Even with your children, don't limit that. Life is too short for that. Don't limit yourself. All right, so let's jump into your charms. All right, so remember, you guys, this is for January and February. Ooh. Okay. Let me meditate on these. Okay, so I angled the camera a little bit down so you guys can see the charms a little bit more, and then I'll angle it back up when it's time for me to do the pick a card. Okay, so I definitely off top seen this chair with the corkscrew. Look at this. You guys are humbling yourself and putting a cork in it. Okay? About the details and the way you're handling yourself, the way what you're speaking up about. Especially with it being by the mic, okay? Some of you are in the entertainment industry as well, or you will be a public speaker, or you're in service of some type to others where you're speaking things, like you're speaking to people. But definitely, you are keeping your next move your best move in the month of January and February, and I felt like that is very significant to what I was saying in the intuitive forecast, because it's one of those things where I notice that most people, not just Scorpio, we self sabotage by letting people know the slightest little things, like tell them when you get there, tell them when you see them, like when they see you in the stuff, in the clothes, in your body, like you don't have to tell, girl, I'm losing weight, I'm working out, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and all that stuff. Like, if they don't, whatever the situation is, even when it's business, when it's spiritual, whatever it is, sometimes people are jealous because they don't have the willpower and the drive to do it. So they self-sabotage. They go to your enemy. They'll talk to your enemy. They'll try to make money off of you. They'll try to take your ideas. They'll try to talk about you to the wrong people that they know that it will actually affect you. And this is lower vibrations, and the way that you don't have to worry about what they're doing, or who's putting this negative energy out there on you, who's coming for you, is to keep your next move your best move. Keep your business to yourself. Keep details about yourself to yourself. Details about your health to yourself. Details about your relationship to yourself. You don't need to put out there that you're in a relationship, especially if you're single. Don't tell people that you're in a relationship, especially if it's not over a certain marking period. Don't tell anyone that you're in a relationship, especially if it's not something where it's like, oh, this person is watching my kid. And even if the person is watching your kid and you need them to watch your kid while you go out, you don't have to disclose details about your relationship, like make it seem like you're just doing casual things with friends. And always say friends. Don't put friend or special friend or, my love or something like that, because even if someone is in a relationship, if their relationship is not on the up and up, they really they hate on what you're saying, like, and this is sad, but this is the reality. And by you disclosing details about your life, your love life, your health, about your business, about your organization, about your job, things like that, things you do at work, things that you get away with at work, laws that you stuff that you get away with, you self-sabotage yourself. Okay, so just be mindful of that energy. Okay, but I definitely get that you are definitely trying to get away from this perception of people thinking that you're needy. You need to be loved. You want to be loved. You want this type of, love me, love me. You're getting something out of your image, okay? You're humbling yourself in the process. And this does not even have to be the case of you exuding that you want to be loved. It's just the perception of others. You have to get the perception of others out of your energy field where you give a fuck. See, sometimes you gotta keep things short and sweet. I just had a phone call. Had to spend like 10 minutes on that phone call. Let them know I'm not neglecting you, but I gotta go. And I would have cut it on down shorter. But it's like, sometimes you just gotta, give a little bit. Keep your next move, your best move to yourself, and move forward. Okay, you guys. But definitely, I do feel like you guys have a lot of creative endeavors. You guys are creating things that's profitable things that's for your business. Some of you are even creating new, I'm hearing, I don't know what this is about, but meal plans. Like maybe you have a way of doing things when it comes to meals, and how, like a health regimen or something that's going to help others or something. But definitely, I do feel like you're dealing with a situation that's a forbidden situation. I wonder if, okay. You're dealing with a situation that's a forbidden situation. The only thing is you're not focused on it being a forbidden situation anymore. You're putting it in a divine's hands. I'm getting. There's nothing you can do. You're being more flexible with the situation. You're not letting it consume you. You're releasing a lot of things. Usually with yoga, you release a lot of tension. You're releasing the tension. Okay. And even if you may not think you're winning right now, you are winning, because this was in reverse. So even if you don't think you're winning right now, you're winning. You just need to figure out what you want and stick to what you want. Like, for instance, like if you want to sit up there and change your body today, the first, when you see this video, is the day that you start. If you haven't started already, if you haven't started before, if you're focused on your body, do a small regimen where you're working out, do some yoga, do some things that you can incorporate into your day-to-day, and literally until you become disciplined, do it every day. Until you become disciplined where it's like, I could do this 3 times a week. Don't do it 3 times a week. Do it 7 days a week. Okay? Until you become disciplined, because it's all about willpower. Okay, I definitely feel like you guys are taking responsibility for your actions, taking responsibility, learning the ins and outs of things. I'm definitely getting to learning the ins and outs of things. You guys are coming off very lucky. Especially with your business ideas and the things that you are going for. When it comes to materialistic things that's very materialistic driven, I think that you guys are not, and especially people, you're not focused on those things. You're not doing business with those things. You're getting away from those things, okay? But definitely, I feel like the divine is shining some light on things that you need to change when it comes to the way you handle business, the way that you put yourself out there, the way that you shining your light on your endeavor. Like you may be going through something, and especially if it's something forbidden, with a forbidden group or people or organization or laws, something that's forbidden, people that usually don't challenge, and you challenged it, and it created a destructive situation for you, and you are in this situation and you trying to get out of this situation. Don't make that your primary focus. Prioritize that. Okay? It is a focus. It is something you have to do. It's something that you need to do. It's just not your prime. It could be a priority, but don't let it consume you. Don't let that be the only thing. For some of you, you may be feeling like it's too peoply outside. Stand away from people. Stand away from large crowds of people wanting to re-examine a situation. Re-examine who you be around, which is perfectly fine. But that's where it comes into train yourself, like especially like if you're working out and you don't work out, or you want to do yoga, or you want to do something, do it every day. For instance, like if you wanted to start wearing makeup or learn how to do your makeup, it's a possibility that you're going to have to do it every day or do it every time you think about it. But I would suggest that you get in a routine of doing it, and then when you learn certain things, then you could cut down, and doing it, and just do it occasionally. But if you don't do it consistently, you're not going to learn it the way that you want it done. But you have to get in routine. I want to do a makeup that's in 10 minutes or something like that. If you don't practice, it's not going to be 10 minutes. It's going to be 30 minutes, 40 minutes, because you don't know how to do it. You don't do it every day. So just be mindful of that, okay? I'm getting also men that's trying to get their body up, get buff, and do certain things. You're going to have to do it every day. There's no slacking off time, for you guys. You definitely just going to have to, just suck up. Definitely detox throughout this process, okay? Because whatever you're going through, you're still going through the previous situation. Yeah. Okay, so you're learning how to put down that phone, hang it up, give it a little bit of your time and then hang it up. Also, refrain from talking about your mental health in any type of way over the phone. The way you feel about things, the way you feel about communications with people, talking about communications with other people. Like if someone is doing you wrong, if someone is doing you shiesty, if someone is going against the rules and stuff, you deal with that in private. Like refrain from talking about it. And it's because it bears a negative weight, and you're going to start seeing it happening with other people and other people and other people. Take it with a grain of salt, move on, deal with it in your way, refrain from talking about it on the phone. I definitely feel like some of you are dealing with situations with children with the spine here. The spine is Leo represents the spine. It's also the Kundalini. So whatever your communications is about, it's about how you feel. It could be about children and stuff, but it's about how you feel as well as how you act. Okay. For some of you, you will be moving and you are trying to move into your dream house or build your dream castle or your dream foundation. There's a need for you to also refrain from communicating about certain things. Okay, there is some secrets about you right now. For some of you, you need to cut down fast food. If you've been eating a lot of fast food, it's time for you to cut it down. For some of you, you are been trying to repel fuck boys or fuck girls or whatever the case may be. Repel these people that does not have your best intentions out of your life. There's a need for you to use your discernment and focus prime, like 2020, focus on yourself. Focus on yourself and keeping your next move, your best move, keeping your moves quiet, keeping details silent. If someone asks you how you've been doing, I've been doing good. I've been hanging in there. I've been, doing it. I mean, don't go into details about what you're doing, but be, like I've been hanging in there. I read a book. That's my new goal for 2020. I'm going to read more books. I read a book. Talk about the book in details. If someone keeps on asking, oh, is that it? Like, what else you been doing? Ask them about what they've been doing. Start talking about a show. Start talking about some, have you seen this show? I've been updated on this show and all that. And then get off the phone. You don't have to make it a long conversation because those are precious moments that you could be doing something else in your life. Not saying isolate yourself, but I'm saying just keep your next move your best move. And when you feel like people is being too nosy, give them a little bit and then disconnect. But definitely there is something that's happening here with probably groups of people, siblings, communications, where it's a game. Like, it's a game that you're navigating and it's a game over. You're mastering. This is something that you're mastering, okay? You're getting and repelling negativity. Yeah. There is something that someone is trying to get away with, possibly in your family. Someone is definitely trying to get away with something. But I definitely feel like you've been dancing around the situation, okay? You guys been dancing around the situation, and some of you are creating bonds outside of it, creating new family, creating bonds outside of it. For someone, you're getting engaged. Or for others, you're just committed to building a foundation for you and your immediate family, the people that's in your household, your children. If you don't have children, having children, you're building for your immediate family. And you're removing bullshit, or you have already removed the bullshit, and you have came into this new decade, this new year, because I woke up this morning and I've been kind of stagnant on putting these videos out there. I have, but because I've been going through a lot. But this morning I'm like, this is a new year. This is a new you, and just by the way I started off my morning, it reflected that, it's reflecting what I want as well as what I'm putting out there. And I have a very, the energy of receiving. But definitely, I do feel like you guys are going to have a lot of people that's cheering you on, as well as a lot of people that who you felt was your cheerleaders, that's not your cheerleaders, okay? Maybe you, and this could be possibly a Virgo or a Leo person. For some of you, you're letting go of a situation with a Taurus person. This also could be a situation with a Taurus person about children, or this could be just organizations and like lower end agencies that help with children, something around children, a business around children. This could also be just a business that reflects your creative endeavors. You're letting it go. You're letting it go. You need to let it go. Just let it go. LIG it. But from this point forward, know how your mindset is going to be, and know how. And it's funny because I never understood when people they act so secretive about their, how they got into a business and stuff like that. Like, and I'm not saying that for you to do that, but I understand it now, because it's like when you tell people your moves, they steal them and make them their own instead of giving respect that's due. And then when you do tell people your moves, sometimes they have different motives. So it's like you just keep it all to yourself and just like, smile like, oh, I'm blessed, like, and people will come, they say that's fake, but I understand it now. And that's all you need is understanding. For some of you, you're dealing with a situation where someone do need to go to hell in this particular situation. Something that's revolving money, getting to be able to acquire like expensive possessions, something around that. But I do feel like you guys are definitely humbling yourself. You're humbling. It could be something with a Virgo person as well. Someone that you think is your friend is not your friend. Which is okay, you guys. Okay? Like, there's a way for you to deal with the situation. It's okay. Like, I think that we done came too far into 2019, and now we're in 2020, where we know that sometimes the people that we feel like that's supposed to be loyal is not loyal. People are very motivated by money and things and having things that the only thing is self-sabotage. Telling people your business. Telling people your next move. Telling people things. Being on the phone. Talking too much. Keep your details to yourself. Keep your manifestations to yourself. You have a manifestation coming in. Keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. I did, for some of you, I'm hearing Uber and stuff like that. Maybe you're trying not to like do Uber or something anymore. Or maybe you've been getting rides from a person and you're going to try to cut that down. For some of you, you will be getting new cars in January or February. And for the things that people know already, let that go. Forgive yourself, pray on it, whatever the case may be. I do feel like in a legal situation, you may be taking a leap of faith in this situation. You may have felt unlucky in the past, but you will be victorious. You do have that luck. It's your perception, okay? We're not doing we're not bringing that negative energy where it's like, oh, you're not lucky, because you're lucky. That's your luck. That's your perception. It's your perception of how you receive certain things. It's your perception. Okay, there is a possibility that you have a rat in a particular legal matter, and this is for January and February. Someone projecting something as fake news. And I hear that's very real news, but someone is projecting it as fake news. But you are protecting yourself. You're a wise soul. You have that shell on you. You kind of go with you. Someone is watching you. Someone is watching your every move. Someone is watching you. I hear someone is watching you and covering up something because they don't want to go to jail. Whatever the situation is. Be mindful of your kidneys. Watch your kidneys. Okay, so you guys are learning a lot about this situation. Whatever the situation is, you're learning a lot about the situation, which is fine. Like, you have the cards. It's just how you play the cards. People can sit up there and project whatever they want onto you. Just keep this is a warning sign for those of you who do disclose details to people, possibly a Virgo person. And it could be about a legal situation, a legal matter, a contract, a long-term relationship, talking about things. Keep stop verbalizing certain things. Like, even when you talk about what you do as a routine, like a ritual or a routine, or just a ritual. Let's say a ritual. When you talk about a ritual, don't tell them about the ritual per se, like, or if you tell the affirmations that you tell yourself, don't tell them about certain things. Like, like, say you're praying, I prayed this morning, and you don't have to say that, just stop telling all your business, people. And it's something that you're going to have to train yourself. You have a lot of manifestations coming in. You have a lot of manifestations. You have learned a lot. You're putting down conflict. If they have conflict with you, they're fighting with themselves. You're putting down that conflict. Someone is, I'm hearing the webs we weave, but I hear someone is reaping what they are trying not to reap what they sow. But definitely they will be reaping what they sow. Like, they will be reaping possibly a group or something like that. This is something that's going to linger in future months too. But I definitely feel like someone was trying to throw the book at you. But it's not working. It's in reverse. That was in reverse. You're too creative. You're creative in the way you're dealing with things. You're creative with how you're putting yourself out there. You're creative the way you navigate things, the way you navigate money, the way you navigate your household, the way you navigate your communication, which is not giving them much to go off of. You're learning to stop certain things, stop, updating people with certain things, stop certain mindsets. Stop approaching a situation in a certain type of way. Humble yourself, okay? I definitely feel like you're using your brain to navigate the situation. Your third eye is popping. Your crown chakra is popping. You're learning how to deal and navigate a situation. It's a toxic situation. Whatever you guys are dealing with is very, very toxic. Evil, sinister in a sense, like people who don't have a heart, like, people don't care, people that don't care about your family, your kids, nothing, like they don't care. But the way you're navigating, you can't control others, you can only control yourself. The way you're navigating this situation is gonna make you on top, Also, if you've been drinking, I do get a sense, like, if you've been drinking or partying, there's a need for you to refrain from, especially if you're dealing with a situation, pictures, social media, pictures. Refrain from being caught, and not saying that you're running from something, it's just an image that you're trying to portray. Refrain from being, exuded in a certain way, because if you have a cocktail in a picture and they're like, oh, you're alcoholic, and you're like, it's one drink, but it's like, it's not the drink, it's the situation that you're dealing with, where they're trying to portray you in a certain light, and just by you posting a drink, it's like, oh, you're alcoholic now. Okay, there is a need for you to let go of a Leo, okay? A situation, you're working hard. And it could be also letting go of your ego. If you're not dealing with any type of ego, let go of your ego when it comes to a situation. But I do feel like there is a Leo in a legal situation, some type of legal situation that you're dealing with. There is a Leo that needs to be let go. And it could be just you creating boundaries with this person. I think that you're being definitely... people is underestimating you. They're underestimating your mental capacity. They're underestimating you being very clever in a particular situation. For some of them, they even try to do some type of voodoo or something on you. We do have the shadow man here. Someone tried to do some type of voodoo, possibly a Aquarius or a Pisces person tried to do some type of craft work on you, and it's not working. It's like your vibration is high. And as long as you continue to protect yourself, protect your energy, protect your aura, protect the things that you say, you're going to be fine. Okay, so I don't know where it went off. I don't know why that's been happening lately. Your partner is keeping secrets from you, possibly a Pisces person. But whatever the situation is, they're probably keeping a secret love affair. It could be, or it could be just like I don't know, just some type of secret. It could be a secret about mental health, something that you don't see, a business that you don't see. It could be anything. It's something that you don't see though. But whatever it is, like you're dealing with, you're very clever. You know, you're clever with how you approach mental health. You're learning how to constantly humble yourself. You're learning how to deal with a legal matter, how to deal with a group or association. You know, you're being underestimated, and continue to allow them to underestimate you. Don't make all your moves. Don't don't tell your moves, okay? Definitely don't tell your moves. All right, so let's jump into your regular confetti. I do feel like you guys are dealing with a lot in your inner world, the things that you do inside of yourself, the things that you do in private and stuff like that. I do feel like some of you need to smudge more often, especially when it comes to igniting certain, if you want to have a different perspective for details or something like that. Palo Santo, the holy stick, is being suggested for you. I definitely feel like for some of you, you need to write when it comes to how you communicate, the things that you want, the things that you're trying to project into your new year. Write them down. Write the things you want down, okay? You guys are the high priestess. You guys are communicating things sometimes where I'm getting a sense of you communicate before people, you kind of communicate what they're thinking. You kind of communicate their perception. You kind of get ahead of that, which is fine. Just like, you know, really just control the way you communicate in a particular situation. That's why you need to keep your next move your best move. Keep your things to yourself, okay? Okay, so you have many wishes right now, especially when it comes to building businesses, when it comes to situations that's involving lower end organizations, family court, just situations that's like, you know, a local law enforcement and things like that. There's a need for you to have more faith. Have more faith that these situations will come in fruitation. Learn how to give it to the divine. Okay, I definitely feel like for some of you that have been emotional in a particular situation and you've been crying, there's a need for you to stop crying. There's a need for you to put on, like, really, not saying to put on a front, but really, like, you know, you need to deal with the situation. You need to deal with the things. Like, for some of you, you are elevating. You're learning how to end certain things. You're learning how to end certain perceptions. You're learning how to deal with legalities. You're learning how to deal with certain rules and things in a destructive situation. You are elevating, and you may be coming off as greedy in a sense, but you know that is a perception in itself. You know, if you've been feeling like you have been greedy, you know, give back in the way that you want to give back to your community, give back by creating a nonprofit, or organization that benefits others. That's the way you give back. That doesn't mean give back to the people that have been doing you wrong, or just buy your family stuff because, you know, they're your family. You know, have they done that for you? And not saying it's a tit for tat thing, but it's like, you know, you want people to treat you like you want to be treated. I think a nonprofit, or doing a volunteer job somewhere that you don't mind volunteering, giving a service, that a skill that you have, is something. Even like creating a YouTube channel or something, that is your way of giving back. But be careful with your intentions as well. Okay, I do feel like for some of you, you may have a child or children that's feeling neglected. Okay, in a particular situation, it could be because of your career status, something that you're doing in regards to career, or it could be just a toxic situation. And it could be something that you have no control over as well. Maybe you have limitations, like, if you're in a situation where you have visits with your children or something, and people are limiting your visits, or they're limiting your communication with your children. You have no control over that, but you have to use your creativity on how to navigate the situation, so when you do speak to your children, or you do spend time with your children, they can feel the utmost love and respect for you, and that won't hinder you. It's a way for you to deal with the situation. Okay, for some of you, you need to be careful when it comes to groups of people, savages, thieves, people who try to steal your ideas, people in higher institutions, gang affiliates, the black and blue gang, police, lawyers, people that gang up. People is a group. There's a need for you to be careful and be playful in the situation. Okay, be careful, be playful. Everybody doesn't have to need to know your emotions, and the fact that they. Okay, so I really think that the message that I was like saying to you guys, maybe the divine didn't want you guys to have that message, so I don't want to repeat it. um but definitely I'll just end it with, someone needs to stop using addicting drugs, and it could be anything. It could be a person, place, or thing. It could just be something that's addictive, and it could be prescription. I did hear Adderall. I did hear just Percocet, like pill. So I do get a strong pharmaceutical. So I've been doing like pharmaceutical. It's affecting your business. It's affecting your health. It's affecting even the way you eat. Maybe you're not as hungry or things like that. I don't know what else you guys missed, but I really don't want to repeat it because I don't know if that message is supposed to be out there. So I'll just keep it moving. Okay, so I definitely feel like for some of you, you're dealing with rules and regulations in lower end government. So probably local law enforcement, business contracts, things is being initiated that's destructive. It could be something with family. Okay, for some of you are dealing with situation that's involving details. A lot of Capricorn energy here. So it's like the way you present yourself into the world, the way you put yourself out there, how the world perceive you, how you perceive being perceived on your social medias and things like that. Details, your health, your job, your groups and organizations. Okay. Definitely I get a strong vibe of something is being initiated. Um, when it comes to your mental health, the way people are trying to perceive, there's a need. This Leo person is really causing problems when it comes to. I don't know who that's for, but when it comes to your mental health, this Leo person is trying to make it seem like you're not mentally stable. Whoever this person is, they're trying to make it seem like you're not mentally stable when it comes to, especially if you're dealing with a situation that's involving children. Um, and I did hear they're being paid. Okay, so whatever the situation is, someone is not being loyal. They're being paid to say bad things about you. Okay, for some of you, your status is definitely going to turn things around when it comes to when you're dealing with a situation where somebody is talking. That's what I was getting to feel earlier in the intuitive forecast, that how you're presenting yourself out there to the world, your organizations, the things that you're doing is actions, not words. So when you have someone that's shooting you down with words, your action is going to counteract that. The only thing is you don't need to self-sabotage by telling people your actions, so they can find something to counteract what you're saying, so keep your next move your best move. And if you already told people certain things, from this point forward you need to stop. Okay. But I definitely feel like you guys are learning more. You guys are definitely interested in higher education in whatever field that you're in. There's a need for you to put down stimulants and use more natural ways to stay, together and things like that. But I definitely feel like some of you're dealing with toxic situations when it comes to children, something that has to do with online, or something that was initiated, something that was very destructive, will be resurfacing. But again, I'm getting is how you act, how you act within the laws, how you act within the laws. Like, you have to present yourself in a certain light, and constantly humble yourself, which is a constantly humbling experience. The only thing is, just don't self sabotage, like, and self sabotage, honestly, and it sucks that you just can't, disclose the things that you're doing with to certain people, but you cannot disclose the things that you're doing to people, things that you're starting, things that's not started and that's not established already. There's a need for you to keep them to yourself until they are established, keep your moves to yourself. Keep the things made. If you haven't established something, but you was talking about something, those were words. You were talking about it. But by you not telling them that you started it, you got it together, you did what you need to do, you got that business license, you got that supporter, you got that organization to do business with you. There's a need. There's definitely leaving that, just a whole bunch of blank optimism out there. Like, you're optimistic about that, but you're not doing nothing. From what they say, you're still in the same spot that you was when they left you, and you're just putting stuff out there. But that's not it's not you putting actions behind it. So just be mindful of what you're telling people and stuff like that, and you'll be fine. Don't put any energy about what they're doing. It's gonna backfire naturally. You need to learn to put that in the divine's hands. I know it's hard, but you guys are clearing out negativity for group one. Let's jump into group one. All right, so I have to angle that up. Okay, so group one, you guys got the clear quartz. You got the quartz. That means you guys are connecting to your higher self. You are clearing out all your chakras. You are becoming very I don't know why I got translucent. I don't know why, but I feel like you're being. People feel, even though like the course, like you can see through it. People feel like they can see through you and your moves. The only thing is the course is very powerful. The course is very mental. The course is very connected to their higher self, and if you just see it, it's just like a clear crystal, but you're very connected to your higher self. You're connected to your higher person, and you're exuding things. The only thing is you need to stay connected to your higher self, and don't keep your business to yourself. Okay, group one, let's go jump into group one. You have the guardian angel. Okay, I do feel with this card that you guys are doing a lot of and I'm doing it off the images and everything too, but I definitely feel like you guys have people that's watching you in the spiritual realm. You have people that's supporting you in the spiritual realm and leading you to those that you can pour your emotions to, those that you can pour your knowledge into. Okay, she's grounded into the ground. Her things is grounded into the ground, like her feet is underground. You may have felt like you were sinking in the past, but that is like, you still have a firm foundation, and it's not up to others to. You still have angels watching after you. You're still even coming off as an angel. You're going to develop a service to others that is going to help them with their karmic situations. I definitely feel with this female issue, you're going to be celebrated. Okay, there's going to be some type of celebration in your honor in the month of and it could just be just some praise. It could be, if it's not a celebration, it just could be some praise. Maybe you've been going through a situation and you've done held your composure, and you held yourself, and you held the way that you deal with the situation, and it was inspirational to people. You're going to be celebrated in that sense, okay? Definitely, I do get a strong grounded with all this red here. It's giving me, and it's a red, like an orange red. It's giving me strong root and sacral chakras. You're very grounded. You are being very playful. You are celebrating. That's why I think there's a need for you to to make sure that when it comes to social media and pictures that you're being presented in a certain way. Okay, but I definitely feel like with this Ugan here, you guys are dealing with some type of service to others. You guys are dealing with something where it's you're a warrior in a situation where you're trying to attack a beast. You're trying to put down a beast. Um, I definitely feel like you guys are into some type of you're dealing with some type of toxic situation. You're dealing with something where you may even needed help in this particular situation, and in the midst of it, you're helping others. Okay, so we have cherish in Venus. We have spiritually cherish, mentally enjoy, and physically charm, art, and beauty are the way too. Okay, I do feel like you guys are finding a way to nurture yourself, nurture your inner self, how to nurture your children. If you're in a situation where you have to nurture your children from afar, you're learning how to nurture your children from afar. You're learning how to deal with the situation with love and compassion, and it's coming off as charm. You're charming people. You're charming your way to the top. We have Uranus, and spiritually we have stir up the situation by using, mentally be open to the new ideas about, and physically invent a new way too. Now I find this very significant because I think that it was February 4th where Venus was at 1 degrees and Uranus was at like 3 degrees. And I feel like this is very significant because those are the two planets that popped out for me. And you're using charm and charming your way through a situation that's very unpredictable with this Uranus here. It's even in a sense rebellious. It's very unpredictable. And you are stirring up the situation, stirring up the minds and the hearts in the situation. And you're open to new ideas of how to deal with a particular situation, and even inventing a new way on how to deal with the situation. I feel like you are going to teach a lot of people how to with this. You're teaching a lot of people on how to deal with, you're making your mistakes a situation of like how others should not deal with the situation, and that is going to be the thing that you're going to get praised for. And it's something that's very unpredictable. It's something in Taurus, spiritually your beliefs, mentally the cost of, and physically use the most direct way in. It's something that's involving grabbing the bull by the horns. You're writing out a very very dangerous, toxic situation. Something that possibly could have money. It could be dealing with lower end institutions or new businesses, a business or a business endeavor, something like that. It could be just something in regards to your beliefs, but mentally it cost you a lot, and it was a lot of sacrifice. You sacrificed for the situation, and you are directly approaching the situation, which is opening up new ways of dealing with and being more direct and grabbing the bull by the horns and riding the bull without falling off. You are a light worker. God needs you to shine your divine light and love like an angel upon the earth and all its inhabitants. Then you guys got, I am the angel of marriage. I am assisting you right now. For some of you, you will have a lot of people interested. If you're not married or getting married or with a significant other where you're leading towards marriage, I really feel like you will be meeting someone between January and February, possibly on business endeavors with all this energy here, because Uranus is in Taurus. We have Taurus here, and then we have Venus. It's something that you're nurturing. It's something that you're putting out there, something that you possibly is going to be celebrated for, something that's new and innovative, ideas about, that is leading you to the love life that you want. Okay? We have rebellious here, okay? In your outside world, you guys are activists, advocates, possibly with politics and changing history. You're some type of influencer, okay? A negative aspect is not standing up for your beliefs, but with all this energy here, I don't think that that's happening. You guys are standing up for your beliefs. You guys are very grounded into your reality, your earth, what's placed in front of you. You're very grounded into your spirituality with this guardian angel here as well. You guys are her. She's up to her knees in the earth, which means that she's been through a lot. Okay, she has been through a lot, and even what she's pouring, is already in the earth. She already has the experience. Her experience was from the previous years. The only thing that needed to change was her perception, or his perception of the situation. I think the only thing that was blocking, Uranus is in retrograde right now, and it will be stationing. It will be coming out of retrograde on between the 10th at nighttime and the 11th. So I definitely feel like you guys are, whatever you've been stagnant with is opening up. You just need to change your perception in it. And you may be coming off a little rebellious, but you're grabbing the bull by the horns, okay? You're grabbing it and you're dealing with the situation, and you're changing history. There's a need for you. Don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right. Fairness. This situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. And usually the scales are not even. The scales wasn't even, and they're evening out, okay? You will be going towards your soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. For some of you, you're meeting someone. For those of you that are single, you're meeting someone. And this person is your soulmate. This person, and you could be meeting multiple people. So don't put your energy into it. Don't focus on love right now. Focus on self. All right, group 1. Let's jump into group 2. Group 1. If anyone have not told you that they love you today, just know that I love you. I will not be doing personal readings in the month of January and February. But please let me know how this resonates for you. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. I will try to get my weeklies up in February since I'm not doing the monthly readings, but I need to free up some time. That's the reason why I'm just going to mesh January and February together, and then I'll probably proceed back with the monthlies, or I'm doing this out of the kindness of my heart, you guys. So I'm really trying to keep it consistent, but also go for the goal. Go for my creative endeavors. Go for the things that I want. So you guys definitely, if you're blessed, please go and donate. The link will be in the description box below, but definitely go and donate, you guys. Okay, so group 2, you guys got the Dalmatian Jasper. You guys have a lot of ancient knowledge. The Dalmatian Jasper, it has a lot of ancient knowledge, a lot of ties to like Egypt and previous civilizations that carried a lot of mental knowledge and things about history, and you guys are probably into history. So let's see where this reading goes. Okay, you guys got fairies and Phyllis and the underdines and mermaids. Oh, sorry. Okay, so just with these 2 cards, you guys are dealing with something that involves being in front of the public. This is the card of reporters and being in front of the camera, people that report things, people that advocate for things and things like that. And this is also a card of like speaking and people speaking up on something, or it's also a communication card. It's a communication card. So I really feel like, but it's water, so we have air and water here. So I really feel like whatever this energy that's coming into your life right now, it's definitely a mental aspect of things, a mental perspective change, something that you're going to stimulate others mentally as well as emotionally, something that is not seen, something that's not tapped on, something that is fictional, something that is fictional. We do have fairies and mermaids here, something that is both like fairy tales, fairy tales and things that's not seen and things like that. I really feel like whatever you're experiencing, your experience is your experience. And instead of trying to approach the situation like you did approach it, you're finding a different way to approach it, and you're going the back end of it. So instead of trying to like push your situation in people's face, I do get a sense of you are stimulating them mentally and emotionally with the things that you learn, and it's going to resonate. We have the 12 in the 12th house, spiritually seeking oneness with all there is, mentally philanthropy, and physically keep your involvement hidden. Okay, so for some of you, you are dealing with situations that's not seen. Mermaids, fairies, fictional. That doesn't happen. That's not real. Fake news. Things that they're trying to presume it's fake news. But even like mental elevation, that's fictional for some people. Like, that's not, people don't, they believe in certain aspects. Like, people believe what they've been through. And if you're sharing your experience and they haven't been through it, they don't believe it. So it's like you are finding out a way with this philanthropy how to go the back end and bring things to the surface that and perspective to the surface, where you're not pushing your particular story onto people, but you're pushing on how to heal mentally, how to heal emotionally, how to heal the situation, and you're keeping physically your involvement hidden, keeping your moves hidden. You're keeping, maybe you're hiding behind, not hiding, but you're operating behind a different name. You're operating, some of you will be doing like spiritual work, where you're operating behind an alias. You're operating behind an organization or a business or behind the scenes, and you're giving off your ideas, but it's not seen to the people that's in your life currently. You guys got, I am leading you toward the answer to your prayers. Please listen to follow and follow the steps I am communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. You guys got perception. In your inside world, learning to change your perception in stagnant situations. Changing your perception will help manifestations come in. A negative aspect is keep wasting your energy trying to manifest something that you used to desire. And I really feel like pushing your story on someone who's not open-minded. You're learning to change your perception and not only navigate towards people that's light-minded, but even pushing your story onto them. You're not trying to do that. You're going the back way and using what's already in place and revamping it. And like some of you are operating behind something that's not seen, something that is operating behind an organization, an alias or something, because you have dealt with a lot of betrayal, possibly in your family. It's coming from your outside world. Someone's betraying you in your current situation. Just found out about betrayal, and a negative aspect is allowing people to use and betray you, like giving them the benefit of the doubt, even though they're showing you who you are. That's not using your discernment. So I really feel like for some of you, you consider family. Some of you, whoever you're considering family, or you're considering to be there for you. It could be possibly a Cancer person. It could be just someone. It could be a Cancer or Aries person, or someone that was in the trenches with you through the destruction. It could be someone is betraying you in a situation. There is a need for you to definitely boundaries. This is a situation where you got to create boundaries. And that's where you keep your involvement hidden. Not to be, just keep your next move your best move. Keep your details to yourself. You create an organization, you don't need to let the people know the organization name. You still got to build the organization. You still got to put the organization out there. You can have somebody you can hire someone to be the face of the organization, and not even like the face like this is their organization, like the actor that, like, do the PSA for the organization. You could do something like that. Okay, you have chaos in your inside world. Getting away from abusive situations and people, learning to ground yourself and trust your intuition and navigate out of chaos. You're pulling your energy back from these situations. Your intuition is threatening others. Okay, that's their problem. Okay. A negative aspect is engaging in the chaos. It will affect your health, whether it's your mental health or your physical health. But definitely, I feel like you guys are dealing with a very chaotic situation where there's a lot of betrayal, a lot of deceit, and you possibly don't know who to trust. I definitely feel like whatever the situation is, you are getting ahead of it. Like, you when people try to do something to you, you you send them a message, or you say something that kind of cuts their plan down before they even get it started, and they're like, what the fuck, like, how does she know that? But it's none of their business. Like, that's none of their business. You do it in a way where, they can't say anything back to you. They can't say anything back to you. They can't do anything. And you just be optimistic. There will be obstacles. Just keep removing the obstacles. It's your perception that keeps those obstacles up. I am learning. Okay. Forgiving. We have a 7 here. Forgiving this situation when it's probably a legal situation. It could be something where there's competitors or people doing sly stuff just to win a situation. But I do feel like it's in your outside world. I understand that how others feel towards me is a self-projection of how they feel about themselves. I forgive them. Okay? Competition, things people doing just to win, doing dirty moves to win, that's how they feel about themselves. That's the game that they're playing within their life. Your perception is changing that. And by you keeping your moves, because you're already creative, you're already doing things, by you keeping your moves to yourself is definitely keeping you above the negativity. Not in competition with these perfect person or people, but keeping above the chaos and keeping your vibrations high. Okay, so we have independence in reverse. Your independence is the foundation for your strength and your success. There's a need for you to be independent. Okay, if you have not been already, because this was in reverse, so I really feel like this is probably something that you're struggling with. If you can do it, you can do it. You can do it. Don't disconnect from any type of energy that makes you feel like you need other people. You will get support from others, because you can't do everything by yourself. You're going to need people to help you with an organization. You're going to need people to help you, but it's a certain energy that comes with that. You don't need the people that is wishing you harm. You don't need the people that's in your immediate circle that is not supportive of you. You don't need these people. So stop thinking you can't do things on your own. We do have compassion here. It was in reverse. Release judgments about yourself and others and focus on love and light that's within everyone. This is possibly something that you've been struggling with, that you need to give yourself credit, that you've been through a lot, that you've been through things, that you can do it, that you have this mindset to do it, and it's one step at a time. And if you're creating a business or something, it's not going to happen overnight, but you can do the steps that you need to get it to where you want it to go. Let go of control issue. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart and give and receive the highest energy of all. And free yourself. It's time to take control of your life Okay, so I definitely feel like you're dealing with a situation where some people or energy or something is making you feel that you can't do it alone when you definitely can do it alone. And definitely you need to open your heart if you're looking for love, and it's possibly someone new will usher in, and possibly it could be just you changing your perception on how to deal with a situation, especially if you've been lacking trust. Okay, you guys got the indigo jasper. So definitely you guys, your intuition is on point right now. To the point to where you're scaring people. We have Oshun, the high priestess. You know, the fruits. You have this mudslide that's coming down, but that does not take away from the fruits that's on the side. You have the things that you need. You have the things that's going to nurture your body, your soul. You have the intuition. You are a good mom. You are a good father, whoever you are. You are very intuitive. You know what you need to do. Don't let this mudslide stop you from being this fruitful person. We have Jupiter. Learn or teach. Be positive about and physically grow and expand. There's a need for you to expand your knowledge, okay? There's a need for you to also be flexible. Earlier there was a yoga charm that fell on top of this deck. So I definitely feel like you guys are learning how to be flexible in this particular situation. You don't know everything. You're very intuitive, but you don't know everything. So not only you can teach people, but you can also learn from people. And always be open for to teach and to learn. That's how you expand, to listen. You are confused and indecisive because you don't have enough information. Do research or seek expert advice before making the decision. I really feel like you guys are getting out of this energy. You're no longer confused about. You may have been confused even in the last days leading up to 2020 about how to approach a situation, about who you should trust, and then you just woke up enlightened. You woke up in a situation. You woke up on how to deal with the situation. You're no longer confused and indecisive about how to deal with the situation. But this is definitely letting me know you need to still do your research and seek advice, because not only you're teaching people, but you're learning too. You're still in the learning process. You guys were dealing with deception in your outside world. Someone is not being honest. Manipulator alert, theft, lies, scandal, and gossip. Okay? The only way this will affect you is if you are still engaging. Okay? Deception, yes, you have some deceptive people around you, but then that means that you need to keep your moves to yourself, because you have to have actions. And of course, with actions you're going to have receipts behind your actions. And if you don't have receipts behind your actions, get receipts behind your actions. Keep doing you. Keep building on you. If you're teaching people, get reviews. How did you like the way I taught you this? Or, get reviews from the people. And that'll be like, a written review, something, especially if you're doing something online or something like that. Oh yeah, and the fact that you have someone that's honest about you, that will be revealed. I mean, and it could be something in regards to communication, neighborhoods, someone from your past, something like where it's gossip, or someone's trying to steal your ideas or something like that. But they only can steal your ideas if you're putting them out there. You guys have infinity supply, okay? You are supplied for today and all your tomorrows, especially spiritually, especially when it comes to your it's funny because this is here and I didn't notice it at first until now. And this is basically letting me know, like, spiritually you're supplied. You have the higher education as well as the higher understanding, and that will definitely help you out in your future and help you expand. But you just need to be alert and be mindful of the people that surround you, and as well as keeping your business to yourself, keeping your details and your next move to yourself. This could be the one. You've already met your romantic partner you seek. Okay, for some of you, you may be starting something over with someone. rekindling something, someone that you didn't have bad blood with. It's just that it just abruptly stops. Or someone you're going to do business with in the future. Just make sure that you create those boundaries or something. Okay, group 3. If anyone have not told you that they love you today, just know that I love you. I'll now be doing personal readings in the month of January or February. But please hit that subscription button and that notification bell and like the video. And definitely, so we can get some more streams on this video. I can get more subscribers. And hopefully I will start, doing live videos and things that's more interactive. I will be getting back to the weeklies back in February, but I need to free up some time. So I think I'm going to mesh these videos January and February, which I really feel like the energy still goes. Because the energy you're dealing with in January, you're going to be dealing with February too, just with the astrological alignments. But definitely, you guys are on the right track, and stay hydrated, you guys. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Definitely hit that. If you're blessed, please donate. All right, you guys. I'll see you guys in the next reading. Love you.